Episode 5: The Dark Hordes. The civilization was growing and evolving to a greater rate, under the supervision of the angels. The angels took utmost care in the governance, to check everything remains under control. This seldom led to stringency in the protocols, and also prosecutions. Obviously, as the situations grew stringent, a secret rebellion was being nourished deep down in the dark craters of an abandoned volcanic power fields, that was shut off due to an unaccounted tectonic explosion, few decades ago. None of the angels were aware of the cause of the explosion, nor were they able to successfully trace it. The foundation of a secret society. 3 decades ago, when the consortium was discussing over evolution of a new intelligent society, little did they know that they were accompanied by an uninvited guest. A dark slimy substance, tiny as a drop of turpentine dripped in water, went unnoticed. Little would have anyone known that the tiny dark slime would be responsible for the seeding of a deep dark secret society, being evolved the same time as that of the Frogids. The dark slime vanished into a tunnel that led to a secret passage towards a cave around the vicinity of a huge volcanic crater that was to be built as one of the primary power field for supplying electricity and energy to the civilization. The cave appeared to be faintly lit by the shimmering glows from the coral belt that covered the cave. The central space in the cave was surrounded by the fossils of the extinct creatures. The dark slime moves near the center, and transforms into a humanized form of a toad, full of uneven warts and slime, oozing out from the warts. The creature chants a hymn in a cryptic language, while circling the fossils. The creature, Ajtada Silis. Kris Kris Astadias. Crypti Philis. Astodapidadas. Siswayus. The creature kneels down and looks up, raising its arms while shouting the last stanza, Siswayus, of the hymn that it was chanting. The hymn translates to, Lord Ajtada. Wake up. Wake up the Astadians. Time has come. Ajdada's rise awaits. This gives rise to a rumble around the fossils, that raise to form a huge figure of a giant toad, that transforms into a humanized form, with a pair of horns on the crown, and a pair of overgrown canines, appearing like tiny tusks, protruding out of the upper jaw, through the openings of lips. The creature was Lord Ajtada of the Dark Astadian civilization, that was wiped out by the angels during a war centuries ago, during the ancient era, when the angels ruled the earth in their human forms. Lord Ajtada, rise dear Pisados, my only trusted friend, my advisor and the only one by my side, left over from the massacre. What has your bubbly eyes caught? Spill out everything. I want to know. Pisados, my lord, they are back together. Again. Lord Ajtada, they who? The crusaders of my glory. The covert backstabbers, who massacred my clan, out of treachery. My only fault was that I provided them safe and secured place to hide. And what did we get in return? They burnt my people. Buried them alive. Bolted them, with their sharp lightning arrows, and left them to die. Helplessly. All this, while they kept me busy in their selfish talks, far away from my people. I learned my lesson, that those crafty angels can't be trusted, in a hard way. Now that there is nothing left in the world, even while the surface has submerged, what are they up to? Pisados, my lord. I remember everything that those treacherous angels brought upon us. I was helpless. Our warriors fought a valiant war, but those oracles were too mystical with their supernatural weapons and armory, that our warriors stood no chance against them. I failed you, my lord. I was the one whom you trusted to watch upon and protect our clan, but I failed. Lord Ajtada, it's time for payback. Tell me what they are up to. Pisados, my lord, the angels are planning to raise a new civilization. Something like the humans who got wiped off the earth's surface. Lord Ajtada, it's they who destroyed the surface, and wiped out everything. Now what makes them build another civilization? I get it now. They destroy everything, and everyone, that go against them. They kill everyone, who do not follow them. They did the same to our clan. We were independent, self-sufficient and rich with resources. We provided a safe shelter to them. We treated them as our gods. In return, instead of thanking us, they wanted to enslave us. They wanted us to participate in their political warfare, for their benefits. We paid the price for trusting them. They created the oracles, who they thought would oblige towards their rule, but they turned against them. They challenged the angels and their rule. While we were just protecting our people, Our civilization, our environment, the other human civilizations contradicted to what we did. They destroyed the environment, creatures and people out of greed and selfishness. Anyway, it's a relief that they no more exist. Peaceados, but my lord. They want to build a new civilization as there is no one left to worship them as gods. In spite of Mother Nature's disapproval, they wanted to do so. Lord Ajtada, if Mother Nature was not ready, how did they even dare to do it? Peaceados, they convinced her to build a civilization that would be smart, but still under their control. This time, they plan to keep a close watch on the new civilization and rule it, rather than leaving them on their own, like humans. Lord Ajtada, so, I was right. They want slaves, and this time, without risking anything. They finally achieved what they had once wanted from us. I won't go easy on them this time. Peaceados, I am entrusting a mission on you. A single-handed mission, yet dangerous. But I don't want to lose the only family left to me now. Peaceados, don't you worry my lord. Trust me. Just tell me what to do, and consider it done. Lord Ajtada, I trust you Peaceados, the way I trust my own self. Just go behind them, and keep a watch on their activities. Keep me informed on every action. Let them go ahead, and build their civilization. A day will come, when we shall begin sabotaging and converting their colonies to ours. Gradually capturing the whole of their civilization. Leaving none left to worship those downtrodden angels. This will be our revenge. Peaceados, indeed, my lord. I will be behind them, and steal every stooge they build. Lord Ajtada, not so hurry my friend. I want them to grow, evolve and build colonies. I believe, that given the intention of the angels, there would be a soft rebellion within the crowd. Not everybody would submit to tyranny. We need to target the rebels, and convert them to Astadians. What do you say? Peaceados, that's a brilliant way to go my lord. I could not think of a better idea. I will get behind them, and keep informing you. Peaceados transforms back into the dark slime, and moves out of the cave. He starts spying on the angels, and becomes a spectator to all the incidents, from hunting of the critters, to the rise of Frogid civilization. He passes on every details of the actions to Lord Ajtada, and awaits his next orders. Lord Ajtada asks him to intrude the colonies, and observe the behavior of the civilians towards the angels, and their delegates among the Frogids. Meanwhile Lord Ray had gradually turned into an emperor, and had formed his elite consortium, leading further social classification among the Frogids. The elite class started ruling over the non-elite civilians, and this led to the return of imperial culture, that had led to the downfall of humans. The Frogid civilization was named as the Frogid Kingdom. Mother Nature's concern started growing again, fearing that this would lead to another wave of human race, that had become extinct. However, the angels convince her, by explaining that unlike the oracles, the angels have great control over the elite class, and they were under the obligation of the angels. Besides, the elite class politically gave more strategic control to the angels over the entire civilization. So, everything was under control. What they failed to understand was, that the disappointment and discrimination among the non-elite class would raise rebellion. Although the rebellion was seldom crushed by turning back the rebels into frogs, the loud rebellion was then turning into soft one, in form of non-cooperation and disrespect towards the orders of elite class. But again, this soft rebellion could not yield much, as the rebels would be prosecuted directly by the angels. Peaceados took advantage of this, and slowly started cornering the rebels with his oily talks for helping them with their rebellion, and setting them free, leading a better life as Astadians in the cave around the crater. This way he built a huge Astadian colony consisting of hundreds of rebel families, rescued from the angels' civilization. Surprisingly the elite Frogids, and even the angels were unaware of this. One day there was a sudden explosion at one of the huge craters, that was used as the primary volcanic power field. Lord Ajtada had through his new powers, blown the crater. Using the lava, he built a new trench cordoning the area, to protect the growing Astadian population in the craters around the destroyed power field. He did it so stealthily, that none of the Frogids, nor the angels could know the root cause of the destruction. They tried and tried, but all their attempts to find the cause and rebuild the power field went vain. Mother Nature, although was aware of it, decided to remain silent, and wanted the overconfident angels to find it out on their own. The dark hordes of the Astadians were growing and evolving in the crater till present day, hidden and undetected by the angels or frogids.